And we are live, guys. Welcome to another live stream from Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling, and we are actually live. So it's been a few days since I've been sharing some videos with you guys. Obviously, you guys know there's been a lot of interesting things and events happening this past week in the world. And I thought I'd just jump on a live stream and let's talk about it. And how can we prepare ourselves to what's coming ahead? The weeks, the months, and hey, maybe next year is going to be very different than what we know. So yeah. First of all, my thoughts on what you should be doing in terms of once you are self-isolating. What's up, Anton? Welcome. Um, my first thought is when you're self-isolating yourself, as you probably are doing right now, as we are right now as well here in Tbilisi, Georgia, this is the perfect time as a single guy to sit down and map out your life. Okay, so obviously we're going to get past this. This is just the temporary thing, and we're going to solve it. You know, the world leaders are actually kind of cooperating in order to figure out this problem. And so we know we're going to get past this. And what it's about is you figuring out what you're going to do once you're able to do something, right? You're actually able to do something immediately because we've got, we've got the internet for now, and we're able to actually work and reach out to people and sell and do business. There's nothing stopping you from doing business right now. Like, I'm doing business right now. I'm talking to you guys right here, and you can do the same thing. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is because the main skill for you to learn if you want to become a man of high value, someone who actually produces businesses, multiple businesses, and who thinks like a big business owner and an inside investor, as Robert Kiyosaki talks about, you've got to know how to sell, man. It's critical that you know how to sell and that you also know how to do marketing. And I'm not talking about going to school for 3 years or 5 years or whatever it is that you guys sometimes maybe think about. Well, I don't have any skills, or I don't know anything. Bro, trust me, all the information you need is found right here on your computer or in a book that you can order online. Now, ordering online right now is probably not the best idea if you're international, because it might not just arrive. But if you're in America, just order books and start reading and start applying sales and marketing. That's my thought. I'm going to go a little bit deeper, just going through the comments. This situation with coronavirus is the best thing that ever happened in my lifetime. To be honest with you, for me, I'm fired up about this time frame. Yes, a lot of people are getting hurt. Yes, people are dying, and this is hurting the economy for reals. And that's going to cause a lot of repercussions too. But bro, the opportunities. The thing is that the more problems there are in the world, the more opportunity is for those who want to become leaders, because that means that there is need for leadership. Like, if everything's fantastic, there's no need for leadership. When everything gets screwed up, that's when we need leadership. And that's where we come in, men of high value. So Ahmed Shawish, yes. Hello, Joseph. I'm happy that I'm on semen retention in this coronavirus world, and I'm happy that I know you. You helped me a lot. Appreciate that, Ahmed. Can you let me know here in the comment section, how is it that I've actually helped you? What kind of content have I shared that you absolutely love? And maybe also, what kind of more information would you like from this channel? Let's see. Question for you. Which skills do you recommend to learn? Sales. Sales. You have to learn how to sell. And the reason why is because you're going to be able to apply sales in everything that you do. Trust me, when you're a leader, it's because you're selling. When you get the best girls, from the top shelf of what I talk about, 3 girls in love, It's because you know how to sell. You're able to connect what people want to the thing that you're offering. And that's sales. And if you know how to use that skill while talking to people naturally and randomly, then you will be able to help them get what they want. And the more people you help get what they want, the more you will get what you want. It's the law of karma. It's absolutely fantastic. The reason why I focus so much on sales, man, I guess we haven't spoken much about sales. If you want to check out some sales videos, go to Grant Cardone. He's got some awesome stuff. I'll probably make some videos about it over time. But I just want to cover the general idea of sales and what it can do for you in your life. Like, it's absolutely amazing. Once you understand how to sell, you will never ever need a job or a boss ever again. If you know how to sell, that means that you find a product or service that someone needs, and then you connect a customer with that product and service, meaning someone who's willing to pay, and that will produce income. So if you know how to produce income naturally and all of the time, then why would you need a full-time job? Right? It doesn't make any sense. So why would you go to college and study for 3 to 5 years when you could have just spent those 3 to 5 years learning how to sell, which takes just a few months maximum if you really actually are actively selling and being rejected day after day after day after day after day. Understand that for masculinity, rejection actually boosts your testosterone, boosts your self-esteem, because you set your standard a bit higher. If they don't like this, if they don't like what I have to offer, the product or service that I want to give out, some will, some won't. So what? Someone's waiting. Okay? That's the attitude that you need to have as a man of high value towards everything in life. That's the way I felt when I got dumped by my first 3 girlfriends after the age of 18. I was like, the first one, man, that really hurt. But then the second and the third one, the moment they broke up with me, I was like, whatever, I'm out of here, sayonara, because I knew that some will, some won't. So what? Someone's waiting. And my wife, right now, that I've been together with for 10 freaking years, man, I'm so glad I found her, man. I'm so glad that the other girls dumped me, or else I wouldn't have found this girl that absolutely is passionate about 3 girls in love and living that lifestyle at some point in the future. So let's look at the comments again. You help me the most in matters of masculinity and taking action with SR. I wish you talk about Asian and spiritual ideas about SR. Oh, well, Asian ideas. Well, I mean, I've studied quite a lot on Montauk Chia, but really those, like, he talks so much about sex, and that's fantastic for when you get to that point. But at this moment in time, like, you don't need to learn anything about those things, in my opinion. Like, you simply just need to retain. That's it. Like, there's no hocus pocus to semen retention. It's really just about getting past the first 30 days and then moving on from there. Like, literally, just sometimes it's not necessary to even count. Like, when I have coaching clients, I do ask them how many days, what's your streak, blah, blah, blah. But really, the only thing I want is I just want to know the date. So the last time you ejaculate, you write down the date. If you don't remember that time, it doesn't matter. Probably those of you guys who are on semen retention, you remember exactly how many days you've been on the streak. But write down the date in your notes, on your phone, whatever, and then forget about the fact that you're on semen retention, and just know that you're committed to going 30 days or 90 days or whatever it is that your goal is. And then shift your focus from what you're doing, from that semen retention practice, to that which is more profitable and more exciting, which are your goals, your life goals, and moving forward with your life goals. Okay, like massively moving forward. Okay, there's a fantastic book, The 10x Rule by Grant Cardone. Oh my gosh, if you haven't read it, listen to it on audio. That's, you can download that at any point in time. It is a fantastic book. I listened to that book literally for 2 months straight, 3 months straight, while my wife was in America for those first, those 90 days. I did semen retention for the first time for complete 90 days with no accidents, with no nothing, because my wife wasn't there. I listened to that book. Man, it was powerful. So if you want to understand sales, read or listen to The 10x Rule by Grant Cardone. See, do you believe in law of attraction? If yes, could you give some tips how to speed up manifestations of our desires and wishes? Absolutely. The law of attraction does work, okay? And it's basically about being in a flow state. I don't really like the way that people focus on the law of attraction, from the book that was written, etc. Like, I'd rather look at it from the standpoint of remembrance, okay? Because that's where it's at when it comes to the law of attraction. It's called the reticular activating system, which works inside your brain in order for you to look for opportunities for the thing that you're trying to accomplish. And very often, once you tap into that power of reticular activating system, as it's called, then the universe automatically begins to help you and assist you, like naturally, automatically. So it's about, getting into that vibration of being focused. Follow one course until successful, and it's the only thing that you're thinking about again and again and again, and that will give you the opportunities that you're looking for. So if you're looking for a job, then you should be just looking for a job. You shouldn't be thinking, oh, that's a beautiful girl, or you shouldn't be thinking, what am I going to do in 10 years time, or what am I going to, do you understand what I mean? Like, you got to focus on the task at hand until you've accomplished it, and you allow your reticular activating system to start working, and you will like super speed towards getting the thing that you desire. Does that make sense? And if it doesn't, keep writing down in the comment sections, because so I can explain it a bit better. But the number one thing that needs to happen, really, and this has everything to do with the law of attraction as well, is you have to know what it is that you want, right? This is the time to sit down, map out your life, piece of paper, pen, and write down, how do I want my life to look like 10 years from now? 10 years. Do a piece of sheet, piece of paper. It's 2020 right now. In 2030, you wake up, what's happening? What's going on? You're take my age. I'm 34 years old. And then you say, I'm 44 years old in 2030. I wake up, what's going on? What's happening? What am I thinking about? How old are my kids? How old are my women? 3 girls in love. I got to count that. Although I always write question mark next to the other 2 women. I still don't know who they are. But, I have the age for me, age for my wife, age of my kids. And I'm like mapping out how I want their life to look like. Because that's my job as a leader, is to prepare and be ready for them to get the life that they want. And then you write up, for example, the 3 big categories of life: relationships, health, and finance. And you write that up there, in there. For example, if it's a financial goal, within 10 years, absolutely anyone, even a 12-year-old, can set the goal of making or becoming net worth $100,000. It's absolutely ridiculous, actually, to only accomplish that in 10 years. 80% of you guys watching this should be able to get $1 million within a 10-year period. Literally. If you follow my channel, if you do the things that I invite you guys to do, you're literally tapping into becoming 1% of the rest of the population. Okay, you're doing things that other people are not willing to do, which are semen retention, voluntary celibacy, avoiding women absolutely, completely, romantically over the next period of time until you've established your financial foundation. Once you get your financial foundation of 100K in net worth, then you can hire me as a coach to find your women, unless you've hired me as a coach before then, because it's going to be easy for you at that moment in time. Once you have those women and you figured out how to retain them perfectly, that's when you set the goal of $1 million. And you can actually have that $1 million in net worth plus, okay, if you're ambitious enough. And then in addition, have the 3 girls in love. And in addition, maybe have 1, 2, or 3 kids by the time 10 years have passed. Do you understand what I mean? Set up your life, and then, since you've begun with the end in mind, you can now go back and what is my next step? What is the next step for me to focus on? And what I'm saying to you right now is sales. You have to learn sales. So if you sign up as a client with me, so that I can coach you on sales, so that maybe you start up an online business, or you start an affiliate marketing, or you sign up on whatever it is that you can do online right now in order for you to prepare for when the coronavirus situation is done, man, you'll be running out that door being fired up about what's going on with your life. So I guess that's what I wanted to share with you guys. If you don't have any more questions, we'll wrap this up. But again, focus on sales and marketing and become good at it. Okay, there's no excuse. You can't say, well, I don't really like sales. You can't say that. No, I'd rather become a musician, or I'd rather become a movie filmmaker, or I'd rather be an engineer. No, 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 no. All of you watching my channel have to learn sales and marketing. If you know that, you'll be able to sell yourself for the right price to the right people, so as to make and create the lifestyle that you desire for yourself. Without learning sales, you'll be stuck working for other people for the rest of your life. You learn sales, you can then train others to learn sales. And when they learn how to do sales, then you can get a percentage of all the work that they do. And then it's just about building a bigger and bigger and bigger organization until you're satiated, which should be never. Do you understand? Because the more power, the more money, the more large scale your organizations are, the more good you're doing to the world. Because that's what the future is all about. People are going to be voting with their money. And if you're not actually, it's going to become transparent, guys. That's what the cryptocurrency world is all about. It's transparency. At one point in time, you won't even need trust, because everyone has access to everything. They'll be able to see what you do as a business owner, as a leader, and as an entrepreneur in establishing fantastic businesses that do amazing things for the masses of people. So let's see. Do you think being exposed to women while being on a streak can boost the semen retention energy? Forget about that. I don't like, as I've mentioned before in the past, I don't want semen retention energy. Okay, like the energy will be there no matter what if you're retaining. Okay, and it's not worthwhile thinking about how to increase that energy. Your goal right now is to bring the sexual energy down so that you can control it. That's the goal right now, to control your urges so that you can live naturally and happily without having to worry about the urges and depletion and lack of motivation and ambition that comes from porn and masturbation. Okay, eventually, once you get past 90 days and you signed up with me as a client, then we can start talking about what can we do to boost the sexual energy, because at that time, you're able to control yourself. And then it's okay to build up the sexual energy. But right now, for most of you guys, 98% of you, don't do it, and don't even think about how to boost the energy. Trust me, you go 90 days with no porn, no masturbation. Every single time you see a woman, it'll light up your face. You'll be fired up and excited about it without even thinking about sexual things. That's where you want to be. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Hope you had a fantastic live stream with Men of High Value. Let me know in the comment section what you guys want to hear more about. I'm going to be a little bit more active when it comes to the videos and the live streaming, of course, because I know you guys right now need direction and you want to create the lifestyle you want. And that's why I'm here for you guys. So I'll see you again next time.